Capitalism. Dog wanted pizza, but rent, so dog eats apple again. It's the third time this week. Dog stares at bank app. 47 leaves left. Payday was yesterday. Dog Googles. Why is everything so expensive? And falls into a rabbit hole of Reddit threads, conspiracy memes, and a chart comparing capitalism to a vending machine that eats coins, prints a shrug, and spits out a coupon for something you didn't want. Dog doesn't get it. Dog just wanted pizza. Dog decides to understand. For real this time. So Dog puts on glasses, grabs a notebook labeled Apple Economy, and walks outside into the big garden of Dogland. First thing Dog sees, massive apple trees with weird names carved into them. One says Apple Inc., another says Amazon Forest. The third glows and hums. It's called Bonecoin Mining Co. A squirrel in a tiny suit welcomes Dog. You can pick apples, but first, rent a plot and sell your leaf pile. Arkham, Dog doesn't even know where to find his leaves. Squirrel already holding out a payment form, but Dog wants apples. So Dog sells his favorite tennis ball collection, rents a little spot under the shade, and gets ready to pick. That's when a monkey rolls up in sunglasses, selling apple picker subscriptions. For just 5 leaves a month, Dog gets access to the tree. Dog asks, "Can't I just pick it with my paw?" Monkey shakes head. No paw access. Subscription only. Premium, if you want a ladder. Monkey hands Dog a stick with duct tape. Apple picker deluxe TM. Dog squints. So, Dog works to get leaves. Spends leaves to get stick. Uses stick to get apple. And must pay extra to sell the apple back to the squirrel? Monkey nods. That's the market. Dog confused. But Dog just wants apple. Monkey disappears in smoke cloud. Squirrel now charging Dog a garden access fee. Dog sits, tail still wagging out of instinct, and looks around. Everywhere, other dogs chasing tennis balls, scrambling for apples, comparing stick sizes. One dog is running in circles, yelling, "Passive income." Another is live streaming Apple reviews. Retriever has an epiphany. This isn't just a garden. This is capitalism. And Dog is very, very underqualified. Then it hits. Capitalism is like a dog park where everyone's chasing the same tennis ball, but the ball is on a leash, held by someone charging $4.99 per fetch. Dog laughs, then looks at wallet. 2 leaves left. Dog not laughing anymore. Time to learn how this system works. Before Dog starves eating imaginary apple pie, Dog gets a job. Not the dream job, just something called Fetch Mart, where Dog wears a vest, stacks apples, and gets paid in leaves. Every hour of fetch, Rugger 5 leaves. At the end of the week, Dog has enough leaves to buy maybe 3 apples and half a chew toy. Meanwhile, investor Cat walks by, sipping bone milk and checking a screen. Cat doesn't fetch. Cat owns part of FetchMart. Cat gets leaves whenever Dog works. Dog works. Cat chills. Both get paid. Dog tilts head. Something not adding up. Dog investigates. Finds out some animals don't work for leaves. They own things that generate leaves. Stores. Trees. Even the tunnels other dogs run through. These creatures earn when others fetch for them. It's called capital. Dog thought capital was a city. Now it's just another way for someone else to make leaves from Dog's paws. Dog not mad. Just confused. And a little tired. Next day, Dog sees Squirrel again. But this time, Squirrel's not picking apples. Squirrel is selling tools. Apple sticks, leaf rakes, deluxe bark gloves. Each tool more expensive than the last. Dog buys a stick for 20 leaves. Sees a fox buy the same stick with glitter for 60 leaves. Squirrel winks. It's the premium experience. Dog realizes something horrifying. Stick sellers make more than apple pickers. More than barkers. More than anyone actually doing the work. Dog looks at his paws. Starts calculating leaf-to-sweat ratio. Doesn't look good. Later, Dog overhears 2 fancy poodles arguing about pricing power and market control. One says, "If you set the price, you own the leash." Dog looks at his stick. It's already broken. Squirrel charges extra for repairs. Then Retriever meets Chihuahua. Chihuahua lives in a penthouse above the orchard, never picked an apple in life, has 10 trees, 10 sticks, 10 gardeners. Born into apple buffet, dog started with leaf debt and one paw. Chihuahua says, "We all have the same 24 hours." Dog barks internally. Dog tries to escape all this. Looks for a map to the wild orchard where apples grow free. Finds one, finally. Price? 200 leaves. Subscription required. Includes weekly apple forecasts and stick reviews. Dog's broke again. Free market? More like fee market. Retriever sits under a tree and thinks, is this freedom? Or just expensive fetch? Dog dreams of a giant invisible paw. Everyone says the paw guides the economy, balances everything, keeps bones flowing. But dog never sees it, only sees bones disappearing. One dog gets 3 bones. The other dog gets fleas. Invisible paw, silent. Retriever realizes capitalism isn't evil, but it's not a dog sitter either. It doesn't care if dog eats. It just keeps the game going. Dog finally whispers, "System weird, but dog must learn," or bark forever at closed apple gates. Tail wags slow, eyes wide open, dog beginning to see. Dog wakes up inspired, not by coffee. Dog can't afford that, but by possibility. Everyone else selling apples, trading sticks, starting companies. Dog wants in, but not the usual way. Picking apples is hard. Selling apples is risky. Buying tools is expensive. So dog decides, dog will invent value. What if tail wags were currency? Dog looks in mirror, wags. That worth at least 1 leaf, dog whispers. So dog launches WagCoin, a completely new financial innovation based on the number of tail wags per minute. First investor? Parrot, obviously. Parrot loves chaos. Then Bulldog joins. Bulldog says it's the future, though he says that about everything. Dog sets up a cardboard booth next to the orchard with a sign. WagCoin accepted here. Probably valuable. Monkey arrives with sunglasses and says, "I'll build the app." Squirrel appears out of nowhere offering WagCoin certified apple baskets for double the price. The hype spreads. Dogs everywhere start wagging. Some fake wags, some high-speed wags. A few hire personal trainers for tail conditioning. Dog is now CEO, CFO, and CTO of Wag Industries. Leaf pile grows fast. Retriever finally feels rich. Important. Above it all, dog buys a deluxe stick just to look at. Even rents a small hill. But questions start. Chihuahua asks, "Can I buy real apples with WagCoin?" Dog hesitates. Soon. Eagle says, "What backs this?" Dog winks. "Community." Then Golden Doodle says, "What's the total supply?" Dog panics. "Unlimited, but like, responsibly." Then it crashes. Suddenly, instantly, value gone. Leaves disappear. Bulldog demands refund. Parrot sells all WagCoin and invests in Worm Fund. Squirrel rebrands and starts pushing a new thing called Paw Point. You're a monkey? Monkey already in a different town selling tail-based NFTs. Dog sits surrounded by empty baskets, unclaimed sticks, and a tail that now just droops. No one wants WagCoin. No one remembers why they did in the first place. Dog realizes tail wags can't grow apples. Excitement doesn't build orchards. And attention, that runs out fast. So dog gets a job fixing fetch machines. It's honest work, not glamorous, but it buys apples. Every once in a while, a pup asks about WagCoin. Dog just smiles. Was tail rich for 3 days. Then leaf broke for 3 months. Dog still wags sometimes. Not for profit, just for fun. Capitalism lets dog chase anything, even nonsense, even own tail. But barking louder doesn't grow fruit. And sometimes the pie contest is real, but you still have to buy the oven, license the recipe, rent the kitchen, and pay to taste your slice. Dog learned. Tail still wags. Just a little wiser now.